What is up, you guys? Cruiser67 here, and I'm here to talk to you about some Yu-Gi-Oh news that I am very, very excited about. If you guys have been checking out some other YouTubers, they're talking about new support for stuff in Legacy of the Valiant, the new set coming out in January of this, or February or something like that, of 2014. And Legacy of the Valiant's going to have a lot of new stuff. There's going to be new support for Boojins, there's going to be new support for Ghost Tricks, and they're coming out and this news that I'm very excited about. They're coming out with new plant support, guys. Actual plant support. Oh man, I honestly love plants, like from the bottom of my heart. I think plants is such a cool deck to use. You can make synchro plants, you can make Xyz plants, and I just think I just think that the new support that's coming out for them is really going to make them good. Now, well, obviously not straight up like this, but if you mix it in with other stuff like you would normally with plants. But that being said, let's get right into it. The new support is called the Shinras, and I checked out the stuff. Shinra means like it's short for all. It's a short version of something like all with things in nature. And if you checked out the archetype, they're all a bunch of like little plant type thingies. So they're all plants, all the Shinras, and I guess I might as well just go over all the cards. And there's a bunch of cards, so let's go over it. We have Shinra Peacekeeper. When it's a level 1 plant. It's a wind attribute monster. When this card is normal or special summoned, you can reveal the top card of your deck, and if it's a plant monster, send it to the graveyard. Otherwise, return it to the bottom of the deck. If a card effect reveals this card in the deck and sends this card from there to the graveyard, you can target one level 4 or lower plant monster in your graveyard, special summon that target. You can only use this effect of Shinra Peacekeeper once per turn. So this idea of revealing the top card of your deck, the top card or cards of your deck, and sending it to the graveyard if it's a plants monster is common for the entire deck. All the monsters get their effects based on getting revealed from the top of your deck and then being sent to the graveyard. So this one special summons level 4 lower plants from your graveyard. So it's not that bad. I mean, it's a level 1. Normally, you wouldn't be normal summoning this guy, because unless you have a lot of back row to keep it. But I like the effect that if it's special summons, you can special summon this off of Gigaplant, you can special summon this off of Redox or something, or Call of the Haunted, whatever. And if you get lucky and reveal another Shinra monster, you get a good effect. Next we have Shinra Stuhlhuet. He's a level 2 fire plant monster, and he's got 100 attack, 2000 defense. And this is honestly the best card of the entire archetype. When this card is flipped face up, you can reveal up to 5 cards from the top of your deck and send any of the revealed plant monsters to the graveyard, then return any of the remaining cards to the bottom of your deck in any order. If a card effect reveals this card in the deck and sends it to the graveyard, sends this card from there to the graveyard, you can special summon you can target one spell or trap card on the field and destroy that target. So this card is obviously the best one because you get to reveal up to 5 cards from the top of your deck, so you get an easier way to reveal your Shinras. And I mean, 5 is incredible. I mean, with Peacekeeper you could only do 1, but like with Stuhlhuet, it's 5. Are you kidding me? And it also acts as an MST type of thing when it itself is summoned, and it's got 2000 defense, so it's pretty hard to run over. So you'll be able to flip it face up a lot. So like if you get this first turn, you're set, you're good. And this can also come it works. It's a level 2, so you can get gotcha with it, and it's a fire monster. Next we have Shinra Leaflow. It's a level 3 plant. They're all plants, guys. It's a level 3 water monster, 1500 attack and 1200 defense. When this card's normal summon, you can reveal up to 2 cards on the top of your deck and send any revealed plant type monsters to the graveyard and return any of the remaining monsters to the deck. Yada yada. If a card effect reveals this card from the deck and sends this card to the graveyard, you can target one monster in the field and destroy that target. So we have Peacekeeper to special summon the level 4 plants, Stuhlhuet to destroy spells and traps, and Leaflow to destroy for easy monster removal. Now, Leaflow is also a pretty good option that you have first turn because you can normal summon it and reveal 2 cards on the top of your deck to get your Shinra's effects. So it's not that bad, and it's a level 3, so it works with Crane if you want to combo Crane in there. Next we have Shinra Nightsicus. He's a level 4 Earth monster with 1800 attack and 100 defense. When this card is normal, it's basically got the same effect as Peacekeeper. So when it's normal summon, you reveal the top card. So you can reveal one. And then if a card effect reveals this card from the deck and sends it to the graveyard, you can choose one Shinra card from your deck and place it on the top of your deck. So that'll mean that if you have another Shinra effect to reveal a card from the top of your deck and send it to the graveyard, you can use this in conjunction with that and get even more pluses. So as you can see, the level three or lower ones all give you a sort like Leaf Flow and Stool Hoets kind of have disruption plays for your opponents, while this one makes you get field advantage. This one the level 4 or higher ones just let you gain certain advantage as far as like drawing cards and getting Shinras to the top of your deck and stuff. It's not a bad card, honestly. I think the level 3 or lower ones are better though. But next we have Shinra Tree Fender Orc. He's a level 6 Earth monster, plant obviously, with 2400 attack and 1500 defense. Once per turn, you can reveal up to 3 cards from the top of your deck and send any of the revealed plant type monsters to the graveyard. So it doesn't have to be normal summoned or anything, which is great. If a card effect reveals this card from the deck and sends it to the graveyard, sends this card to the graveyard, you can target one other plant type monster in your graveyard, return that to the top of the deck. So it's not that bad of a card. I mean, it's level 6. I guess you could summon it off of Lone Fire Blossom. You could summon it off of Gigaplant. And the fact that you can reveal up to 3 cards isn't that bad. It's got 2400 attack, which is pretty decent for a level 6. And if it's sent to the graveyard and revealed and sent to the graveyard, targeting another plant type monster in your graveyard and returning it to the top of your deck, again, like I said, it's like Shinra Knight. It's like the Night Sickest one. It's not that bad because you can make other cards, make use of that with other cards that let you reveal the top of your monster from your deck and send it to the graveyard to gain even more advantage. But not bad. Finally, this is the last monster. Next, we have Shinra Spirit Tree Regia, and he's a level 8 fire monster, 2700 attack, 1800 defense. Once per turn, you can reveal the top card of your deck, and if it's a plant type monster, send it to the graveyard and draw 1 card. Otherwise, return it to the bottom of the deck. If a card effect reveals this card from the deck and sends it to the graveyard, look at up to 3 cards from the top of your deck, then return them to the top of the deck in any order. So it's a level 8. It's not bad. I mean, if you can get it off, right? I think its own effect is kind of mediocre, just because you only reveal 1 card, and if you're lucky enough to get a plant monster, you can draw a card, which isn't that bad. But I mean, what are the chances that you're going to draw and reveal 1 plant type monster, right? And I guess when it itself is revealed and sent to the graveyard, the fact of changing returning the cup cards of your deck in any order, I guess it's good in order to gain a certain advantage, but I don't know. I think it's kind of hard to summon, and if you're gonna play the 8s, you could go with the other level 8 plant type monsters that we've seen, the princesses of like Princess of Camellias and stuff like that, and I guess that could work, but I think you'd have a hard time summoning them. So there's also an Xyz monster, Shinra Morigami Alsei. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. And if you want to play the Xyz monster, you're going to have to play the level 8 because the Xyz monster is a level 8. So it's a light plant type monster with 2300 defense and 3200 attack, and it only requires 2 level 8 monsters to Xyz summon into, which is pretty darn good. Once per turn, you can declare 1 card name, reveal the top card of your deck, and if it is the declared card, add it to your hand, otherwise send that card to the graveyard. If a card is sent from the deck to the graveyard by a card effect, you can detach 1 Xyz material from this card, then target 1 card on the field, place that card on the top or bottom of the deck. You can only use this effect of Shinra no Morigami Aruse once per turn. Now, this is a fantastic Xyz monster. I think in this deck, which you're going to probably rely more on the level 4 or lower ones, I think it's not the greatest Xyz monster, but in general, it's a fantastic Xyz monster. It just requires 2 level 8 monsters. You can get 2 level 8 monsters in like photons or photon galaxies or gimmick puppets like this. I mean, and it's got 3200 defense, which is pretty hard to get over, and 2300 attack isn't that bad, but in itself, this effect is fantastic. So even if you don't add the declared card to your hand, like you could declare any card name and then send that card to the graveyard, and then immediately you can activate this effect. And the effect, and this is based, and the effect where you detach an Xyz material is basically kind of like a tiramisu effect, where you you don't shuffle the card back into the deck, but you get to place that card on either the top or bottom of your opponent's of the deck. So like you can activate this effect, declare a card name, whatever one you want, because it doesn't really matter. You send that card to the graveyard, then you detach a material, target any card on your opponent's side of the field, place it on the top or bottom of their deck. And I mean, this just being able to get rid of problem cards that easily is fantastic. I mean, the only bad thing about this is that it targets, but I mean, really, this is kind of like a Phoenix Wind Blast with 3200 defense. It's got a couple of spell and trap support. They have one field spell, Sacred Shinra Peak. And its effect is you can send one plant type monster you control or from your hand to the graveyard. Choose one Shinra card in your deck and place it on the top of your deck. You can only use this effect of Sacred Shinra Peak once per turn. Sorry about that. Once per turn during your opponent's end phase, you can reveal the top card of your deck, and if it's a plant type monster, send it to the graveyard. Otherwise, place it on the top of your deck. So this really lets you use your Shinra's effects a lot easier. So if you're going to go for a straight up Shinra deck, I would suggest playing this, because it lets you instantly get a plus off of whatever Shinra you placed on the top of your deck during the end phase of your opponent's turn. Now the only bad thing about this is that they could MST it, obviously, so you won't get your effect and you'll just send one plant type monster from your hand that you control it from your hand to the graveyard and then not get a plus, potentially drawing into this card that you don't want, right? But other than that, it seems like a pretty good card. If you can keep this card alive until the end phase, hey, you get free pluses, right? And the last card is Shinra's Blessing. It's a normal trap card, so it's chainable, which is fantastic. And its effect is return one card from your hand to either the top or bottom of the deck, and if you do, special summon one Shinra monster from your hand or graveyard. It is unaffected by other card effects. During the end phase, return that monster to either the top or bottom of the deck. This is a I have to say, this is a fantastic return card. Like as far as special summoning shit goes, this is a fantastic card. It's got so much synergy with the rest of the deck. Because you can return a Shinra monster to the top of your deck and then activate the Shinra's Peak thing, or like just the other effects to reveal the top card of your deck and get a plus off of, and send another plant monster to the graveyard. Or it's in the same type, it's kind of like Play Spreader Zombie. You just return one card from your hand to the top of the deck, right? Or you could just get rid of some dead draws by placing them at the bottom of the deck, and then get a free plus by special summoning a Shinra monster from your hand or graveyard. And it's unaffected by other card effects. That basically protects it from anything. That's insane. And then during the end phase, it gets returned to the top or bottom of the deck. And you can use that in conjunction with Sacred Shinra Peak. So, because during the end phase, it lets you reveal the top card of your deck, and if it's a plant type monster, you basically send it to the graveyard, basically getting the effect of the Shinra monster that you placed there. So yeah, I mean it's like a Monster Reborn for Shinras, which is fantastic. So all in all, guys, I think I love this new plant support. I honestly think that they're great. I think that as a deck itself, it might not be that great, but if you put in other stuff, like I can see, and if you notice, they all have different attributes. They're all like fire, water, stuff like that, and wind and earth. So I think if you can mix this with dragons, you can have a fantastic plant deck. Honestly, I think I'm gonna try doing something like that, and then if this actually comes out and dragons are still available, it's going to be a fantastic deck, honestly. But really, I just think the level 3 and lower ones are the greatest ones, especially Stuluette. Like, it's fantastic. But tell me what you guys think. Tell me, guys, what you think of the archetype, of any of the sport. If you guys think plants are going to be good after Legacy of the Valiant comes out because of this, or if you see this deck ever having a future competitively at all. So tell me what you guys think. Thank you very much for watching. Cruiser67 signing off.